This video is a quick demonstration of some of the new features in the February and March 2018 updates of tlTerm, TLex, tlCorpus, and tlDatabase. The Microsoft Office integration now also has Excel integration on Windows. This means that it shows you the word you're currently standing on in Excel, as well as search results for that word automatically as you work in Excel. And it also allows you to automatically insert content into Excel from the Office integration window. tlCorpus also now has integration with Excel. For example, in the search results window, you can right-click on a search result and say insert into Excel. You can now also import data directly from Excel using file import Excel file. The Excel importer works basically the same as the comma-separated values importer. In tlTerm, the Microsoft Word integration now also has a new menu. If you click on translations within these search results, you can select a translation and do various commands, including insert into Excel or insert into Word, and it will automatically insert the selected text into Word or Excel. There are numerous other improvements to the Office integration auto search, various new options such as whether or not to use filters, whether or not to include incompletes, as well as options to directly launch F6 search. That's a corpus, integrated corpus search, or an F3 search for a word. There are also numerous improvements and fixes with respect to support for right-to-left languages such as Arabic and also Hebrew and Yiddish. And another major new feature is integrated spell checking in the preview area. There are also two new toolbars above the preview area. These include a preview area search, then a print preview area shortcut, which allows you to print the preview area contents, then a toggle multi-style set, multi-columns option, that allows you to toggle into a mode where if you have multiple style sets, it displays the preview of each style set in separate columns next to one another. This option toggles preview selected area only. Preview selected entry only, or also include the following entries. Then also options whether or not to toggle usernames, timestamps, and internal notes, usernames being the last edited by and created by information, and likewise the created and modified dates. Also a shortcut for toggling the spell checker, a preview this was already existing, the preview config menu, and a new shortcut, document information and statistics, which just gives you an overview, some overview information of your document, as well as shortcuts for all the more detailed statistics functions. Another big new feature is XLIFF mode. XLIFF is a localization interchange file format, and we can now open and browse XLIFF documents. As I say, open XLIFF file, messages FR. Another major new feature is TMX mode. TMX stands for Translation Memory Exchange and is a common file format used to record translations of documents and to reuse them or search or access them while doing future translations. We can open TMX documents, Translation Memory Exchange, in TMX mode, and we can sort on languages and view the translations in the various languages. These particular TMX files that I am testing with and demonstrating with have been made available by the European Commission, EU Science Hub Translation Memory Data. They have made available a large amount of translation memory data that one can download and use. Another new feature is our general text commands menu, which is integrated in various places throughout TLex and tlTerm. And for example, if we're right-clicking on a term in the tree view in tlTerm, we get commands for, and then we get this standard menu, which then appears all over the place, where we can do various things: a multi-document smart search, F6 corpus search, an F3 search, open the text in the character information tool, launch web searches or image searches from various search engines, insert that text into Word or Excel, copy it to clipboard, or insert it as a new entry. That menu also appears when we right-click on a entry in the lemma list in TLex with the same menu. And it also appears in, for example, the Office integration window on search results. So, for example, if we click on the word that has been automatically pulled in from Excel or Word, or on translations, we get that same menu of options. Another big new feature is the multi-document smart search, which is accessible either from this toolbar or from clicking here in the Office integration pop-up, or from File, Open for Multi-Document Smart Search. And this allows us to load into the multi-document smart search. We can load data files in various different formats: TMX, translation memory, XLIFF, localization files. We can load tlTerm files in here and TLex files in here. We can load TVX files in here, so we can load various different formats. So we can grab, for example, our own, we can load in there some of our own tlTerm terminology, or TVX, or some of the EU Science Hub terminology we can load into there. It also supports XLIFF, so we can load XLIFF documents into there. And what this does is it allows us to then, as we work, so if we want to find out more information on a word, say application, we can go search here for application, and we see results from all these various documents. So for example, the EU Science Hub data, we see translation memory results including the Word application, or XLIFF results and so on, or results from other tlTerm terminology files if we've loaded those in. And this also integrates, multi-document smart search is also integrated with the Office integration window. So if, for example, we are standing on a word in Word, that will appear then here in the Office Word integration pop-up, and it will also show us results from, so if we stand on application, it's going to show us also instantly, just real-time show us results from all those various documents that we've loaded in there. So for example, these translate, we can have our, we can load in hundreds of translation memories or whatever, and then just have them immediately at your fingertips as a handy reference. And even potentially click, you can click on results to, if we look at this, for example, the little triangle here, we can click on it and say insert into Word, and it will automatically insert the text into Word. Another big new feature in the March update in the multi-document smart search is the ability to batch import or batch convert XLIFF or TMX data. So we can say create a new terminology list, just click OK here, to create a blank empty tlTerm database, and then we can either click here, multi-doc search, or file, open for multi-document smart search, and we can select a couple of TMX files or XLIFF files if we want. So open, and then we right click on them and we can say auto add all entries. Let's quickly do just a search to show some results. So we can see what this data looks like. So for example, so this is what the data looks like. Now if we want to have that in tlTerm format just to work with it, we can say right click on it and auto add all entries from either all documents or selected documents. Let's say, this is going to take a little while, and what that's doing is basically batch importing all this data, which again can be either in TMX or XLIFF format. And we can also do this with a single entry at a time. So we can, using this, create new entry with all lines. So we can either select single entries from within the TMX by browsing it and bringing in one entry at a time, or we can do this batch convert where we end up with the full data pulled in. And in the top left here, we can then let's just resort that. We can select which language we want to sort on. There's a lot of languages in this document. This data is again from the European Commission, the EU Science Hub data. And there we have our TMX data batch imported as now a tlTerm document. We can work with it in tlTerm. In tlCorpus, for the Windows version, we now also have a new Word integration button in the toolbar. When we enable this option, then it will automatically perform a corpus search for whichever word we are standing on in Word. A couple of other small new features are on the window menu, previous window tab for multi-tab documents, a always on top option, window always on top, toggle option that allows your TLex or tlTerm or tlDatabase window or tlCorpus window to always float above all the other windows. If you're using it as a reference, that may be useful. And currently Windows only a tools just a tools take a screenshot command that just grabs a screenshot and saves it of the current screen. Something else that has been fixed and improved in the recent releases in the tools options is the built-in localization editor. For localizing TLex itself, so for example putting TLex itself into say French or Spanish, we have made some fixes to again allow proper localization of TLex and tlTerm to work correctly. It now saves the modified.lang files under your user documents folder. Another advanced new feature under filter F5, if we click on advanced, is install custom user Lua filter or install custom user Lua element filter, which allows you to just more easily and conveniently install new Lua-based script filters. There are also some new pre-installed Lua filters just to help with certain document consistency checking, like missing homonym numbers or so on. If we need to do something like give some terminology to an external user to translate in software like Excel, is another new feature that makes it a little bit easier to do that. When we export to comma-separated values, we can select this output entry ID. And what that does is it outputs the internal ID of each entry into the first column of the spreadsheet. And if your translator then adds translations and you try and import that, then in the file import word list or CSV, we have the option to assign the first column as an entry ID, and that allows it to find the original entry associated with that term for which to add the translations. Another big new feature is XML mode. By using file import generic-XML mode XML importer, you can open basically any XML structured document. The data we're looking at here is the XML-based OpenOffice or LibreOffice data from the TLex user guide itself. This is still a little experimental, but yeah, we have plans to build on this much further. One of the advanced new features is a memory analysis. This is just mainly to assist with really large documents, with planning and modeling for very large documents. There's a quick sneak preview of some of the functionality we're working on for near future releases. One of them is integrated web API and server functionality. So for example, we have our tlTerm or TLex or tlDatabase document open. We could just say tools, start server, and then users on the network can, for example, just open their web browser to an address where they can do searches, for example, on your database, and this is in real time, so the results are actually being served by TLex or tlTerm application itself, and multiple users could then be accessing and searching your tlTerm or TLex or tlDatabase data. So that about wraps up the major new features in the February and March updates. That's Valentine's Day update and the Easter update. For a more detailed list of updates, go to the Help menu from the Start page and click on the changelog option that has a detailed list.